Right, so unless you've been living under a rock, you know that the big news at the moment is the Diddy trial that's just started.
Mate.
We're currently on day 3. It's early days and it's already a bloody mess.
Oh.
It's a mess. What I did see though on day 2, which I thought was so strange and so bizarre, was that Diddy had, to be fair, on most of the days apart from today, he's had his family there with him at the trial. But not just like his mum or, you know, his good friend and stuff and his sons. He's also got his daughters. So like, you know, the twins and Chance as well, who are about, what are they, 18?
18 years
Are they
old.
even
18,
18 yet?
19?
18, all
I
three of
didn't
them.
think they were 18 yet. Jeez.
Yeah.
They just turned.
Oh.
At the trial. And I think this is really odd. I think it's actually really kind of like controlling
Yep.
and weird.
It's
like,
so weird.
It just feels
We
like,
call it abuse.
Guys,
I mean,
It's virgin on it.
It's giving.
without the, do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like it. It feels like it. That's what it feels. I'm just like, do they have a choice?
I don't think so, because I know if Dad, I know you're listening. I know you wouldn't do something crazy.
Just a word.
But if my dad was out here and like I had to, and I wouldn't want to see any of that. I wouldn't want to see any of that. And also, I don't know what type of evidence they're gonna throw up on the screen. There's parts of my family members I don't need to see, and I don't want to hear their stories. Like,
Nah.
so
It's too
All of that. All of that. Like, we all got here through our parents doing some things, yeah?
Yeah.
But who wants to see or hear about that?
No.
I don't want to hear about that. Like, it is weird that he's got them in there. Because, okay, he might be like, oh, my family want to support me. Okay, cool. But you know what they're going to be talking about today, right?
Right.
You know the people that are coming. You know
Yes.
the
Yeah.
witnesses that are coming to the stand
escort.
today. You
Yeah,
know.
the witness list is
So
really-
why,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you
So
know-
why would you let your kids be in the room hearing that shit? Like, I'm wincing when I'm hearing some of the stuff that's
Precisely.
going on.
Yeah.
Let alone your
Clutching
kids.
pearls.
Yeah.
Clutching pearls hard.
No,
No, it's
gross.
weird.
The fact that they also walked out with the male escort twice, they left, but they sat there through the whole of Cassie's. And
Yeah.
Cassie's was definitely way more graphic.
That was premeditated, I
No,
reckon.
that to me is wild. I do think it's abusive.
That's control.
Precisely.
That's what it
Because
feels
why
like.
should you know all of the freakiness that your dad was into? Like, my parents, obviously, they were doing bits. I don't need to know all of the bits. I don't need to know third parties were coming in, the names of all of them, the places, and then the violence. No.
It's almost as though he thought, let me have my girls there. They've got a relationship with Cassie. Maybe she ain't going to talk as much.
They were
Maybe she's
saying-
going to be a bit
I
like...
think so.
But they
I
were
think it
saying-
was guilt tripping. But
Yeah,
go on.
yeah, that was going to say, because they were saying that when Cassie was speaking, they were all looking at her,
Yeah.
and craning their necks to look at her. And I can't remember which one of the many reporters. God bless you on your work. Those are reporting it back for us. They, one of them was saying that there was a few times that as much as she was graphic and explicit in detailing everything that happened, there were times when she didn't want to really say, like, either, and the person reported it as if to say she was kind of still wanted to protect Diddy, but she didn't want to say things like, I think something about when they moved to LA, she just said closer to her family. So it seemed like she was holding stuff back. So I don't know if those stares worked, because I don't know the timeline of how they were looking at her and stuff like that. But the main thing is, why are you craning your neck? Because that could be seen as intimidating, because you know what she
Yeah.
looks like. Why do you need to see her?
Sorry, who? The
No,
girls?
I'm
The
sorry.
girls,
Why
the,
the
fa-
girls?
the kids and the family, or the family.
No, I know, but you're
Yeah.
saying why are the girls craning their neck?
Why is everybody craning their neck to look at Cassie? It's like a little bit.
But it's a witness.
No.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, it's what's been described is that they're craning to see.
But isn't
to
that
make
because
eye
of where
contact.
she is?
No, I understand.
Oh,
It was people were reporting that it was to make eye contact.
Yeah.
Not
So when
just.
she's-
No, we are watching.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the
Especially
way.
when she was saying like certain things.
Yes.
So there's things that are really inappropriate that
Yeah,
shouldn't be listened
I just
to.
think
they're
that
craning their
Diddy
neck to
made
see
them-
her. It's
Yo,
weird.
but
I'm just, the only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm trying to
Don't
remove
disrespect-
blame
But I hear
from
it.
the girls. That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm only saying that because I'm trying to remove blame from the girls.
It's not about blame. It's just like the family and. They were described as the family were craning their neck to get eye contact with Cassie.
But
and
to
they
be
are actually in
fair,
that.
to be fair, now we know there may be bias in the press as well as there is. We don't even know because there's no cameras in there. Were they trying to see something else? Like, we don't know. And the thing is, because they clearly come from a family that is steeped in control.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't know if they were, maybe they got kicked, like prodded, like, go and look now. Like, do you know what I mean? We don't know. Like, the points where they left, do you know what I mean? Exactly, coached. Like, when they left the court, that was probably on cue as well. Yeah. Like, to maximise, like, the press coverage as well. And then just the family being there, obviously, is to humanise him in some sort of way as well. And it's just like, if you're going to these lengths to humanize a monster.
The other thing is as well, did you see, what's her name? The first baby mother. What's her name again? Misa. Did you see Misa at the court?
Yeah, why she on crutches?
Misa was at the court. She wasn't even on crutches. She was on
that Mary?
Did Mary break her leg?
Jokes! Joking!
I thought it was surgery, personally.
I thought it was someone said they broke her leg. She broke her leg or something.
That is mean.
Unverified.
Anyway, I'm saying she wasn't even on crutches. She was on a Zimmer frame.
Yeah.
That's how deep whatever's going on with her it was. But it's like, almost like, if she can go in that condition, he can't be that bad. Yeah. She was with him for such a long period of time.
I didn't think of it like that. I thought
that's what they're betting on for the jury. Yeah, 100%.
I think it's all calculated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know what? I didn't think of it like that. I just...
That's what they're betting on, and it's just like he has a hurry. It's just so even that it's just so disgusting as well. Do you know what I mean?
I thought that's gonna backfire.
Yeah,
that you have all of your baby mothers that are alive there watching you. I was like, no, but that. If I was in the jury, I'd be like, but that's a sign of his control. Listen to how he was controlling Cassie. What these women have been around for over 20 odd years.
That's the manipulator. Yo, if you're gonna bring your kids there to try to get Cassie to, I hope Cassie is just thinking in her head, fuck them kids. Like, she gonna have to speak her truth. I'm not gonna water this down for the kids. And I wonder if say 10 years from now, the kids are gonna come out with some type of documentary.
I mean,
I'm just I
hope they pull themselves out of that, because I think they are being manipulated.
Yeah. I think so. I really want the spirit of Elon Musk's daughter to enter them.
I was wondering where you were going. I was thinking, what's she talking about?
Yeah. Honestly, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
What is it? Six kids?
That's One of them.
One of them's
gonna turn.
One of them.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of the twins, because I feel like Sarah,
it's
Chance's mum, now she's under a spell, because it's like, you were the side chick and you've remained very solid to him. I don't think her kids. But I feel like that one of the twins could do it. I really think it's one of the twins. I think Chance is thoroughly Diddy's little girl. Yeah, and she was the one that he took to, is it the Oscars? He took her somewhere.
He did take her.
I think
was the new baby mother there as well?
Yeah.
She's also, I haven't seen her.
She's there. Yeah.
Only the baby wasn't there.
Yeah.
Small mercy.
Do you know what I mean? No, it's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, like
exactly. Yeah.
What's she gonna? And put in all the ruffles. You know when they've got the big ruffles and a big bow.
We were talking about Central C last week. That would be the baby.
Listen, just to tack on to the back of that. I'm also wanted to. It would have been an enemy, but we've got other enemies to get through. But there's a guy called Tiny Boost who decided to share, and it's a lot. There's a couple of men out there doing what men do, and he was like, find out your wife was getting her mouth urinated in her previous relationship is mental. If you knew before the trial, that's insanity. They're saying he's a real man, talking about her husband, Alex Fine, who's been there supporting her in the comments for sticking it out. I must be a little boy. So alluding to the fact that...
you are.
You are a little boy.
You just said it for
You are a little boy.
At least you know.
At least, thank you for admitting it.
Yeah.
But you are a little boy, because Alex Fine has actually helped Cassie live a happy, truthful life.
Get clean.
He's given her a place where she feels safe enough to be able to talk about this shit, and he's standing by her. What type of man are you that would prefer your gal to shut her fucking mouth and just because you don't want to be embarrassed? Nah, man.
I would say he could be a dirty bungle.
That's true.
He's extremely.
You'd be leaning on, like, this girl can't say anything.
Yeah.
Academic was live.
Oh, God.
Was the most vile place on the internet. Like, the level of people being like, that's a lie, she's lying. Even if that happened to you, why are you talking? You're just like... And I hate to see the seedy shit of men, but his comments were full of
but he's
the lowest
a bottom
form
feeder.
of man.
He's like the king of the
Bottom
CD
feeders.
men.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were all there and they were getting their life. Like, literally, you know, when it's like, yeah, that's so funny, bro.
Oh,
Assholes. Oh,
Can't stand
disgusting.
academics. He's that. Can I get a hug? And never got a hug.
Oh,
That's him.
that's
yeah.
that's him.
That is him. That is him. Absolutely. Again. Yes. Again.
You know what I mean?
Like,
You know when you just suck it all in.
you're like that.
Not even that. You like this.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely not.
What an arsehole. You know,
Yeah, he's been a dick.
Absolutely.
He's been a
He looks like
dick
he's
for the past
staying.
couple of days. I mean,
Yeah, he does.
he looks like he does.
Yeah.
they say he's in his basement, not moving, not washing.
And
Yeah.
for real,
I
he
believe
sits
it.
in that chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, he's a
Can you imagine the
grimy dude.
bacteria?
I want to. But yeah, that rhetoric needs to go. Men, grow up and don't be so disgusting and so like sexist and
Just so
that ownership
scum.
thing. Like my girl can't disrespect me and embarrass me. Blah blah. Everyone's got a past.
Same as you.
Same as
Same
you.
as
Is
you.
he not a disgusting guy?
Why is he blaming it on
Doing
him?
it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's she supposed to
wanting
do
it
now?
done.
Like, what she must wither and die because
Basically.
do you know
And
what
keep
I mean?
herself quiet. So
You
not to
know?
get you.
She's
a
spoiled.
He's an
survivor.
embarrassment
Forever now.
in itself. Like we're not just embarrassing in yourself, but yet you're commenting.
No,
Anyway, I just wanted to add that.
So annoying.
Diddy, I thought he was a freak, but the levels to the depravity of this man,
It's not.
I didn't know all the corners that this was gonna.
no,
I was literally like, nah, he is insane, and there's no way, Young Miami, when she talked about the peeing thing.
Oh well.
Oh, we know what was.
Oh
going on.
yeah,
know.
100%. And the thing is, and this is the thing, and I think that is part of the. I'm going to call it a ritual that they have to say, I like this. They have to say, I want this.
Yeah.
And like, you know, because I think some of the publications were running with like the escort saying that Cassie wanted it and asked him to pee on her. And it's just like, if you can't see that's coercive control, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. And like, even Diddy trying to hurt her further by trying to block Alex from being in the
being in the
courtroom
court.
for part of her testimony is again like, do you know what I mean? You're a monster.
And also have
actually
and-
showing
You're
control.
Like you
fighting for
can't
your life,
exactly.
and
and
you're
you're still
still
trying to
honestly.
control. And you're having your daughters in there seeing, I mean, they've obviously seen it, but even just to have them in there, my children, if God, it will never be me, but there's no way. Family doesn't need to be there.
Why
No
would
one
you
needs to see
want
that.
them in there?
Why?
Your job as a parent is to
Thoughts
protect
going in your mind.
children.
Yeah.
Protect.
They're pawns
What
for
are you
him.
allowing
They're
them
just
to?
like any other, like all the artists that he sucked the life out of, all the artists that he killed their dreams. His children are exactly the same.
Yeah.
He just pawned for him to use. Honestly.
Oh, it's disgusting. I can't even imagine what trauma that would leave in them. Like actually hearing just hearing the testimony. Unless you're
Especially-
really brainwashed enough and you think this is all lies, maybe he could do that with them.
But
maybe.
especially as well when their mum's not well, the twins, their mum is not here.
All of that.
And you're hearing these things from people in front of you. You're hearing people's testimonies, right? And then you've heard rumours about what happened to your mum, like the violence that she was subjected to. You've heard Cassie say that when she first started dating Diddy, he was still with Kim.
Yeah.
You're hearing all of these things and you're sat there. Your mum's no longer there. What must that be like for them? The therapy that them kids are going to need, man.
And what's grandma up to?
Decades.
Grandma, I don't trust her. You know?
Honestly.
She's a witch.
I
Grandma.
swear
Have
to
you
God.
seen her hair?
And like, have you seen her nails white, by the way? Because
I
everyone
didn't
was
notice her
saying
nails.
that it comes from her.
Yeah.
That the obsession with the white nails is her.
And
It's disgusting.
And him getting
Ugh.
Cassie to call him Pop Pop comes. He's asked
That's
her
gross.
what her granddad.
That
what
is
she called her
gross.
granddad.
That was gross.
That is
Come
so.
on.
I'm no. Mm-mm.
No, Janice, she needs to be investigated.
Well, the thing is, remember that Janice's husband was a gangster, so who knows what she's been involved in?
All I gotta say is they gotta put Diddy in that same jail Tory's in.
Right?
Yo,
Find out who Tory was in the cell with.
You don't talk much, but when she talks, it's fire.